new today. A mother-in-law's shocking suspicion.
Didn't happen.
Why is a family member saying that you did?
And the son-in-law who says he's being framed.
She's the sick one.
I'm not making this up. Do we wait for the 911 call?
What you don't know is this mother-in-law's hiding her own secret, and she's not even close to getting real about it.
Dr. Phil, that doesn't have anything to do with this.
You're her mother!
Now, watch as these in-laws face off in front of Dr. Phil.
You think he could murder your daughter and grandchildren?
Yes, I do.
Less than 24 hours ago, Alan took a polygraph exam, and the results are in this envelope. Did he or didn't he? What will the envelope reveal? By the end of the hour, everyone will know who's right and who's wrong. You don't want to miss this. Coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go. Intense.
Stand by, camera, set. If you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to be honest.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Showtime. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Stand by, A, and roll A. Check in. Go, Dr. Phil.
It's often been said that a parent finds real happiness only when their child finds true love. But what happens when a mother suspects that her child may be sleeping with the enemy? Now, Jerry fears that her son-in-law, Alan, is a danger to her daughter, Melissa, and her grandchildren. She claims Alan is guilty of molesting his 3-year-old daughter and that she had no choice but to expose the alleged abuse to Family Services. Alan and Melissa are outraged by the accusations and say Jerry is just out to destroy their marriage.
The day Melissa and Alan got married, I got this gut feeling of impending doom.
My mom has always disliked Alan. She's out to destroy my marriage.
Alan was disrespectful from the start.
Before we were married, I put my hand on my fiance's knee, and my mother-in-law took off her shoe and smacked me.
My mother has nitpicked and dissected everything that Alan has ever done.
Alan is mentally abusive. He accuses Melissa of treating him badly so that she will feel guilty, apologize, and then compromise.
Everything that I do, everything that I say is twisted into something that is disgusting or perverted.
I started seeing unhealthy, controlling behaviors, telling Melissa where to put spices, where to hang pictures, what type of laundry soap to use. He referred to her as his property.
Sometimes I feel I have to pick between my husband and my mother.
My mother-in-law has lost control of her daughter, and that is unbearable. Now she's fabricated the most hideous lie.
2 months ago, Alan molested my 3-year-old granddaughter.
She's trying to make me out to be a pedophile.
Alan was seen by a family member inappropriately touching my 3-year-old granddaughter. I had no choice but to call Family Services.
Family Services said that somebody had called to report neglect or abuse of my children. I was terrified.
Family Services thought that this whole situation was a joke.
When Family Services questioned my 3-year-old daughter, my daughter replied that nobody has ever touched her in that manner.
There was no indication of any wrongdoing on my behalf.
When I found out that my mother made the phone call, I felt complete and utter betrayal.
I thought my granddaughter was in danger. I have witnessed Alan force her to sit on his lap for punishment.
She knew that if she could label me as a pedophile, that my wife could potentially leave me.
My daughter's in denial. It scares me, and it's always in the back of my mind. If Alan doesn't get help, he could possibly take their lives.
She's the sick one and the one that needs the counseling.
If I had to pick between my mother and my husband, I would pick my husband.
Well, I wanted to talk to Jerry first while her daughter Melissa and son-in-law Alan listen backstage. Now, you, Jerry, are making some very serious allegations here.
Yes.
So you think that he could murder your daughter and grandchildren?
I feel that from Alan's his prior actions, that he is very desperate, and I feel he is capable of harming them. I've known Alan since he was a young boy.
Well, give me an example of what it is that you base your allegations on. For example, I have here of some of the things that you've said. You said that he could be looking at porn because he was once walked up on and closed his laptop really fast.
Right. That's kind of a sign of that as a warning of being secretive.
You said he may also have abused his 7-year-old niece, and that's the reason for such a quick move, that he pulled out of town and moved to another state for fear of, you thought maybe he was afraid he was getting ready to get caught or...
Exactly. The whole move itself was pretty quick, and he fears for Melissa to come back to Colorado to visit. He acts like there's something there that he doesn't want her to find out.
You didn't like him before this, did you?
I
mean, just to be fair, you didn't really like him before this allegation was made, right?
I didn't care for his behaviors.
Well, you didn't like him, period, right? You said the day they got married,
yes.
I had this sick feeling in my stomach and cried. It was like impending doom. That's
yes.
a quote from you.
That's true, and it was right before...
This was before any of these allegations came up. You didn't like the boy from the get-go.
That's not true. It's
really?
not that I didn't like him.
You also said, and I quote, I wish she wouldn't have married Alan because of the way he treated her while they were dating.
Yes, he showed signs of controlling behavior while they were dating.
Well, you seem to be kind of contradicting yourself. You're saying, oh, no, I didn't dislike him, but yet you said when she married him, I got sick to my stomach and had an impending sense of doom and didn't like him because of the way he treated her while they were dating. Did I read these things right? Is this what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
Did you tell him that, and again, I quote your words, I told Alan he was, quote, an awful, terrible person for moving my daughter and kids away from me?
Yes, I did. I felt an overwhelming sense of grief, and that was just shortly after I was told they were going to be moving in like a month and a half.
Did you also tell him, quote, you're taking my babies out of my arms and I will never forgive you?
I might have.
Is there a boundary? Is there a point at which you as a mother-in-law can cross the line and get over-involved, over-possessive, over-controlling of a grown daughter's marriage?
That's actually what I came here to find out. Dr. Phil, that's what I wanted to find out. When does a mother, a grandmother, get involved? Do we wait till a child is harmed? Do we wait for the 911 call? When a baby's shaken, do we wait? When should we become involved, Dr. Phil?
Well, I'm going to answer that question for you, but next, Melissa says that she stands by her husband. She just says, no, look, I stand by my husband. But Jerry insists that Melissa is just in denial that Alan has this alleged dirty secret and that she just refuses to see it. I'm going to add them to the mix and hear what they have to say when we come back.
I have witnessed my son-in-law, Alan, forcing his daughter to eat to the point where she was gagging. I saw Alan wrap my granddaughter so tight in her blanket that she couldn't move. When someone is controlled like that, it is a setup for abuse.